Okay, well, welcome to Republic Grand Ranch in Willis, Texas, and very exciting day because this is our very first Cornwall plan that we've put on the ground here. And it's a very different Cornwall plan than anything we've done in the past. We've done a lot of structural changes here. That's what we really like to do. It's great if you like our plans, awesome. But what we really like to do is change them and create them around you. And this really is the epitome of that for these amazing clients that we had that trusted us with this house. So when you come in, the hallmark of the plan really is that you walk in and you just have this lovely atrium of light that marks the public and private spaces, but invites you through it. You stand here and you look, and as the grass is growing and the flowers grow and the butterflies come here in the future, this is going to be something that you're going to stand at the front door and think, I want to be a part of that. And that's the idea here. As we go through this house, I really want this house to invite you to experience the outside while you're inside, because in a few days, I mean today's January 11th, in a few days it's going to be freezing cold here in Texas, no doubt there'll be some headlines. And in the summertime it's 1,000 million degrees, but it's still an environment that when you live on land like Republic Grand Ranch gives you the opportunity to do, that you still can experience the outside. Anyway, let's have a little walkthrough. Wow, what a space. So this really is breathtaking. Remember, everyone we build for is always on a budget, myself included, but everybody we build for is always on a budget. There is so much you can accomplish with design, consideration, and thoughtfulness, and this space really is a great example. It just exudes that. So the whole story about how I met this client and how they came about commissioning us for this is almost a separate video. It's a fantastic thing. I'm sure if they do a video, we'll put it up and they'll talk about the story. But this space is stunning. It has all the hallmarks of modernity. It has all the hallmarks of symmetry, but it also has this wonderful vault that just creates such majesty as you walk through here. And what's really nice as well, and this again, I've done videos on this in the past as well. So if you get land and it's not flat, it's okay, because it's like a chalet out here. It's like you're in not the Alps, but you know what I mean. You have this lovely view dropping away and they have this creek going along. So, you know you're going to see deer, you know you're going to see all this wildlife, and you know you're going to be able to experience it, whether you're out there or whether you're sitting right here and watching TV. It's such a good use of space. Nothing feels compromised, nothing is tight. But when you're in this arena, and bear in mind there's probably an echo because there's no furniture in here, it's beautiful hardwoods, but it just, anywhere you look, you just enjoy the view, whether it's outside or to this wonderful kitchen. Speaking of this wonderful kitchen, I'd like to talk about that and maybe introduce you to someone. Okay, this is majestic. I adore this space, and I'd love to take credit for it. I really would, but it was nothing to do with me, okay? The concepts, though, are familiar in Royal Texan homes. First of all, we really like the cleaning zone to be separated wherever possible. Now this offers some challenges. Let's say that you have a pot you need to refresh, or water you need to put into a heavy pot. And so obviously having a pot filler here really kind of helps with that. But when you're on land, I think not only do you want the cleaning zone to be separated from the preparation and relationship zone and the cooking zone, but you also want this beautiful view. And so one of the things that we've got here is we've got this lovely view of land. Now, that's great, but when you look at the island and you look at the expanse and you look at the differentiators between this, you know, this natural stone and then this quartz, and then you look at the color where these cabinet and countertop colors are kind of talking to each other, and then you look at the textures and the stain between here and the cabinets and the wood floor. Like, everything is so well balanced and poised, and then really framed by these beautiful, I don't know, I would call it the jewelry. You know, pendants are really the jewelry of any home, lighting is. And then you have what really draws the eye in, of course, is this magnificent range that is the centerpiece of this kitchen. But the simplicity of it belies the thought process and the design that went through it. And again, that's all down to Taliesin in the design studio and the client and the vision that they brought together in this space. So have a look around the kitchen, but it's pretty magnificent. Enough in the kitchen, because I'm really excited. I've got some other things to show you. So remember when I said that this separates the kind of the public and the private spaces, but also has this beautiful transition, which we've talked about. But now let's go look at some of the private spaces and see some of the things we've done here to really make this home functional, but create sound and privacy and elements of quietness, for meditation, for prayer, for just rest. And really, when you think of an owner's suite, and we've talked about this a lot at Royal Texan, when you think of an owner's suite, that's something we really want you to press into, is the concept of the owner's suite being a real suite. So as you go into a primary bedroom, you may want to consider, do I want to be resting in the primary bedroom, but also have my partner having to come through there into the closet? You know, we've discussed this a lot. We've discussed it with various clients. And so what we've actually created in the Cornwall is the best of both worlds. So you can access the closet here and also through to the bathroom. So if somebody is in the bedroom and relaxing, resting, whatever it is, you don't have to wake them, but you can also access it through the bedroom. So if you are in the bedroom, you can still access your wonderful bathroom and your closet that way as well. And I love, again, the majesty and the design and the atrium and the wall of windows that just reflects all that natural light. This owner's suite is such a beautiful reflection of the clients and what they were after. So outside of the owner's suite are areas that, again, particularly for this client, are still very personal and private, but there's a special surprise at the end of this hallway. But here we have a powder, we have a media room. That's still, you know, something you can share. But as we go further down and we encounter private space like bedrooms and things like that, that's much more private. And I love how, you know, again, big shout out to Eric who did the build on this project and oversaw that for us. But I love how the lines are straight and everything works, and your hallway becomes a space to enjoy. It becomes a gallery. particularly with the electrics that we put in here and the lighting that we use. It really does show off art or photographs. We have here a utility room as well, but next to this mud space, there's actually obviously a garage, but I want you to follow me through. This is why this version of the Cornwall was so different, because our client here, they wanted us to think about a very special person. Welcome to Mum's home. So this is a wonderful, it could be a guest, it could be an older child, but in this case, Mum, I don't think was given much choice, but was told, you're living with us. And so this is what we put together for her too. Well, there we go, something quite different. You know, this, everything from the decor to the architectural style, to the size, to the space. Everything is very different from what people are used to from us out here. But it goes to show that modernism, one, works in a very rural and relaxed setting. Two, modernism can be elegant. And finally, modernism can be affordable. So, I'll see you guys the next time.